Today we have a last chapter, last day, and the last topic, that is environment, right? Let me share the PPT. Is it visible, Jashnvi? Is it visible? Okay. Let me put the slide share. So in environment, we will study about the ecosystem, right? So both the biotic and abiotic factors, it's around any living organisms. Biotic means all living organisms. You, me, animals, plants, all living organisms are biotic, and non-living factors like temperature, rainfall, wind, these are abiotic components. So biotic component and abiotic components together forms the ecosystem, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Apart from that, there are two types, more types, that is natural ecosystem and man-made ecosystems. This biotic and abiotic components, when linked together, that forms biosphere. Or biosphere, all living organisms are there. This ponds, forests, lakes. These comes under natural ecosystem. And garden, aquarium, all this comes under human made, that is artificial. So all there's interaction between all of these together forms the ecosystem. Now aquarium is also self-sustaining system. Why? Because it has fish in it, animals, aquatic plants in it, and abiotic factors like dissolved oxygen is present in the water, right? Food and space, water. So it is a self-sustaining system, right? And organisms are classified into producers, consumers, and decomposers. What all comes under producers? All plants.
Plants.
All plants are producers. Okay, they prepare their own food in the presence of the raw materials. Okay, and the process is photosynthesis, right? What are the raw materials?
Ma'am, sunlight, chlorophyll.
Yes.
And carbon dioxide.
Very good. Water.
Water, minerals.
All these are producers, and second are consumers. Yes, and consumers are directly or indirectly depends upon producers only. Herbivores, means plant-eating animals, directly depends upon plants.
Plants.
And lion, tiger, they feed on deer, cows, herbivores, right? So herbivores depending upon plants only, so they are indirectly depending upon producers. Okay, Jaishnavi. So those are all consumers. So there are four types of consumers: herbivores, carnivores, omnivores, and parasites. And
ma'am, what about saprophytes?
Saprophytes are also consumers. Okay, they are decomposers. Now, grasshoppers, rabbits, deer, these are herbivores because they depend upon plants, right? And frog, tiger, as you can see in the food chain also, these are producers. This is the first level. And grasshopper depends upon plants, okay? And then these animals depend upon grasshoppers. Grasshoppers depend upon producers. Snakes depend upon this. Eagle depend upon this, right? And the decomposers. So decomposers are the consumers only. Okay. See here, pseudomonas, mushrooms, these are fungi, right? These are decomposers. So what is the role of decomposers?
Decomposers help in decomposing dead plants and animals, converting it into a humus or
Yes,
compost.
yes. Actually, it converts into inorganic components, organic into inorganic. So these inorganic components have been taken in by the plants. Okay. And this is the food chain. This one is the food chain in the forest, this in the grassland, and this in the pond. Okay. So food chain is a series of organisms, as you can see here, feeding upon one another.
I can't see the screen properly. It is only showing the first slide.
First slide only, previous slide,
Yes, ma'am.
not this one.
No, ma'am, I can't see the current slide.
Which slide? What is there in the slide?
Ma'am, it is showing our environment, the first slide.
That's it.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, just a minute. Let me share once again. Now, can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
What is now what you can see?
Ma'am, ecosystem, what are its components?
Now means it's visible, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this you have understood? The biotic components, biotic components.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we were discussing this. Now food chain and the food webs. A1, this is the food chain in the forest. This is in the grassland and this is in the pond. You can see the plants are the producers, the first level. These are at the first level of, okay, trophic level, right? And these are considered as producers because they manufacture their own food. Okay. Then the primary consumers that feed on plants, right? After primary consumer, then comes the secondary. That is the secondary consumers are on the third trophic level. Okay. And the large carnivores or the tertiary consumers, these are the four trophic levels. So there are four trophic levels and each separate level of the food chain forms the trophic level. Okay. Now you can see here, food is a fuel to provide energy, right? So there is the interaction between the various components. As we have told that producers capture solar energy, right? So these are producers and then converts into chemical energy. So this energy is transferred to the next level. Slowly and slowly at each level, the energy is consumed. So it is consumed, it becomes little less. So it follows 10% rule. Law of 10%. Means green plants just capture about 1% of the solar energy, right? And after that, each trophic level.
Ma'am, so they only consume 10% of what they have eaten.
Yes, only 10%. Okay.
Ma'am, then what will be the unit of it? Will be joules?
Yes, it will be in joules. Okay, joules. Is it clear? And when there is a network of food chains, series of food chains, then it is a food web. And means they have various options. But in food chain, there is no option. Now, if one set of the animals are will not be there, there will be just imbalance in the ecology, right? But here, frog, it can feed on this, it can feed on this, right? Right. So there's an option, and these are the trophic levels: producers, primary consumers, secondary consumers, and the tertiary consumers. So, right in the food where there's a series of branching relationship of food chains, various food chains. Okay, and the energy, as you can see, it is unidirectional. It is shown by the arrows. Unidirectional means energy flows to the next level, but it will not come back. So slowly and slowly it will get diminished, right? Okay. And every level it just decreases by 10%. Clear? So it is a unidirectional. It will not revert back. Now, food chain. See, if we just give the pesticides for this plants, right? The growth of the plant, pesticides are given, right? Now, pesticides means it will just pass on to the other level from 1 to 11. How? See, grasshopper feeds on plant. If we spray pesticide, it will the chemicals will enter, right? And if frog will feed upon grasshopper, the chemicals will again pass on here, right? So like this, the chemical will pass on up to this also, right? So even if we consume plants, the chemicals will enter into our body also, right? So there should be the reduction of intake of pesticides. Okay. So for that, instead of pesticides, herbicides should be used. Okay, organic foods should be taken in, or vegetables and fruits should be properly cleaned. Now let us come to the natural resources. See the resources that are available in the environment, that are derived from the environment, that are called natural resources, right? There may be man-made item also in the and the sun is the major natural source that provides us solar energy. Okay. The natural resources can be categorized into different types on the basis of their origin as well as their availability. Okay. On the basis of origin, the natural resources are of two types that we have already discussed. That is biotic component, biotic resources, right? Which we derive from the biosphere. Biosphere means all the living components, whether animals, forests, birds, fish, materials, right? And fossil fuels also has been taken categorized in the biotic component only, which we derive it from the decayed organic matter, you know? And the second is a biotic component like land, air, fresh water, and the minerals. These are abiotic, and on the basis of their availability, natural resources are of 6 types: water resources, forest resources, mineral resources, land resources, food resources, and energy resources. Let us take all these one by one. Now, water resources means this is the universal solvent, right? And water is very important, right? But nowadays, water is being polluted, right? So there are they cause many problems. Okay. Like pollution from domestic sewage, it enters into the rivers, or this drinking water and drainage systems. Then there's a general lack of sewage treatment plants, and the discharge of large quantity of untreated sewage enters into the water resources that causes pollution. Now here, I have explained you about, I've told you about pesticides also, right? So
Yes, ma'am.
chemicals from the industries, it enters into the water, or we take if we put pesticides in the plant, and when there is a rain or what, then pesticides enter into that river, right? Then pesticides are taken in by this phytoplanktons, right? And then it is eaten by zooplanktons. Then this, so along with the phytoplankton, it enters into zooplankton, the chemicals. The same way to zooplankton, it enters into the herring, that is a kind of fish, and this is being eaten by salmon. Then again the chemicals enter into its body, and the large mammal, when it feed on salmon, then the chemical enters into the large mammal's body. So this is called biomagnification. Okay, because there is an increase in the concentration. The same way here, right? From water
Yes.
it enters into zooplankton, to small fish to large fish. So there is an increase in the concentration of DDT. DDT means dichlorodiethyl trichloroethanes. It is a pesticide. So this is called biomagnification, right? And this biopesticides is present in the atmosphere also. It enters into the water also. So it hampers the carbon cycle also. Okay. Then remedies can be that there should be the improvement of efficiency in water use. Okay, so chemicals should not be thrown in the water. Industries, the chemicals coming out from the industry should not enter into the water, right? So, so for this, several programs are implemented, like integrated development and the use of water resources, drinking water supply and sanitation. Okay. Next is the forest resources. Forest means the large, wide range of flora and fauna. I think you were there when we discussed regarding classification, studied classification, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Diversity, है ना? So all large range of flora and fauna present in the forest that supports
Yes.
ecosystem, right? So there are various uses of this forest, like it gives timber, it provides medicines, fossil fuels, coal, right? Even it provides us oxygen, but there's a threat of the forest, like natural disasters, like it is showing fire in the forest. Man also causing threats by just cutting the trees, right? Deforestation or forest fires.
Yes, ma'am.
Natural calamities, volcanic eruptions, right? So there's a threat in the forest. So these forest resources should be means. But first, let us discuss what is the reason behind the depletion. According to you, one is the overpopulation. What is the cause of depletion of the forest resources apart from this overpopulation? What do you think? There is a threat in the forest, threat for the forest sources.
Ma'am, because we are cutting the trees for our own need,
Yes,
and because of that, many animals are losing their shelter.
yes.
And ma'am, I guess that's it.
See, unnecessary use now. First of all, this key urbanization is been occurring, right? Means, but cutting the forest and creating urbanization, high-rise buildings and all. This is the main one reason, right? Apart from this, overpopulation means obviously we need space, right? And for industrial development, technological development, forests have been cutting. Even the airport, for the airport, definitely they have cut the forest, right? So they like these are the depletion of forest resources. Even the erosion occurs, right? Now there should be the control. Means also afforestation should be there. Means plant if we are cutting one tree means two more trees should be planted, right? So that there will not be a threat to the forest. Next is the mineral resources. Minerals means they have definite chemical properties and indefinite chemical properties like metallic and non-metallic minerals. Metallic minerals are iron, gold, aluminium, silver, and metallic are gypsum, limestone, coal. All these are minerals and we are getting it after mining, right? And these, again, there is a disturbance to this layer, like natural calamity like earthquakes, you have a drawing of the land, deforestation, right? Or loss of marine life due to oil spills. So like this, they are just harming the mineral resources and the acid mine drain, that is by usage of acids to extraction process. Acids are used and that so that the leaf mixes with the acid in soil and aquifer, right? So
Yes, ma'am.
remedies are that we must go for biomining. Like microorganisms should be used for mining purpose in place of acids. Okay, and there should be mining based treatment technology so that there will be no depletion of our mineral resources. Okay, and next is the land resources. Land, as we have discussed earlier, that there is a constants of biotic compounds, right?
Yes,
And due to soil erosion, land degradation, it is being eroded by wind, water, human activities also, and improper agriculture practices also like monoculture and hybrid varieties. All these leads to the erosion of the soil that is causing harming to the land. The control measure is that biological control should be there and mechanical control should be followed for the practice for the land resources. And biological control में क्या आता है, that is mulching, crop rotation that we'll discuss in that improvement of food resources, polyculture, है ना, and mechanical control, contour farm flowing and terrace farming, step farming. It should be, but must be practiced to control the depletion of the land.
yes, ma'am.
This is showing the soil erosion. What is soil erosion?
Ma'am, soil erosion is basically unirrigated. No.
When the topsoil is being
The top layer goes away. Like
uh,
it disappears or
yes,
it just
eroded
goes.
away due to various agents like flood, no, or wind.
Yes,
That
ma'am.
is,
The soil damages.
uh, so
It
for
get
that,
loose.
again for this, just to avoid the soil erosion, plantation is must, right? Afforestation
Yes,
is
ma'am.
there, is must. Terrace farming, dams should be there. Next is the food resources. Food is any substance consumed to provide nutritional support to the body. And it may be of a plant origin or animal origin. It contains various nutrients, carbohydrates, fats, proteins, minerals, vitamins. Carbohydrates and fats provide us energy. Proteins are bodybuilding. Vitamins and minerals fight against diseases. So these are
Yes.
the sources of energy for human. Right, for this, it is increased, the rate agriculture production through agriculture, subsistence intensive, and the traditional practices. And for this green revolution, okay, it was first given by Norman Borlaug, and in Indian green revolution was given by MS Swaminathan. Okay, and the Green Revolution, they shifted traditional practices to the modern practices so that the quality and the quantity of the farming, agricultural crops can be increased. Okay. Then, since because there was the drawback because of the salinity, some water contains that large amount of salt in it, or soil erosion, or water logging. No. So for these problems, Albert Howard, he introduced some practices, and that is called organic farming. This organic farming was introduced by Albert Howard. And it should be followed. And it is a combination of traditional farming and the modern farming. And that comes crop rotation, contour, as I have told you, contour and the terrace farming method must be followed. And there should be the enrichment of the soil, okay, fertility, by using organic method, not pesticide, but manures instead of fertilizers. And the resources are of two types, renewable and the let us come to the energy resources. Energy resources are of two types, renewable and the non-renewable. Okay. Solar energy, air, wind energy, water energy, tides, flowing, all these are renewable. That can be renewed. And non-renewable means fossil fuels, oil, that metallic minerals. This can be which we cannot renew it again. These are inexhaustible. Okay. See here. Solar energy, hydroelectric energy, biomass energy, tidal energy. These can be renewed. So we should follow renewable source of energy in place of this non-renewable coal. It after some time it can get exhausted, then it will be very
Yes,
difficult
ma'am.
for us to renew it. So we should follow renewable source of energy. We should even the solar energy. Actually, solar panels. I love people are using solar panel on the top of their roof, right? Because it is a great source of solar energy. And in villages, people are using solar cookers.
But solar is expensive.
Yes, it
So,
is expensive, but it is creating light, right?
yes, ma'am.
So it is more helpful, solar panel.
Ma'am, when electrical vehicles are also there, but sometimes they also fail. So, what more like resources or remedies we can take?
Now we're talking about EV vehicles, battery vehicles,
Yes.
and the compressed natural gas can be used, no? CNG vehicles, battery operated vehicles we are using nowadays.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Now, what is the use of conserving all these? Let us first discuss regarding the water And water, as you know, this is a natural source. We use for
Yes.
drinking, producing electricity, for irrigation also, right? Industries also, and for plants and animals, in industries it is using. So for all these purpose, water is very important. So we should conserve water. We should use water judiciously. Okay, and fossil fuels, these are of great importance, and a lot of energy is produced from coal, oil, natural gas, and land resources support natural vegetations, wildlife, transport, and a forest. It provides us food, clothes, shelter, our basic needs. If we will not conserve these resources, then it will be very difficult for all the living organisms to survive. See, in forest, animals are there, fauna and flora, right? If we cut the forest, then where will these animals go? And lion, tiger, wild animals, they just like to live in the natural habitat. And apart from that, forest gives us medicines, timbers, right? Gums. So for the maintenance of the ecosystem, there should be the conservation of all these resources. Okay, so we should reduce, reuse, and recycle. These three R's should be followed, and planting more and more trees. If we are cutting forests for urbanization, so 2 more plants can be planted, no, in some other area, so we can get oxygen also, है ना? Then there should be the increased use of biogas, biofuels, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Then poaching of animals and the overgrazing must be prevented. Practicing crop rotation techniques, and burning of fossil fuels, since it emits carbon dioxide, you know, and this is the main, there will be the gas effect, greenhouse effect, right? So it should be controlled, burning of fossil fuels. What is greenhouse effect? Gases like carbon dioxide, as I have told you, apart from this carbon dioxide, methane, and CFC, that is chlorofluorocarbon. These
Yes.
just emitted, and
They
they
harm
cause,
the earth.
yes, they form, yes, and their increase in the presence of these gases means there is an increase in the atmospheric temperature that will cause global warming, right? And with the
Yes,
global
ma'am.
warming, there is a melt. Obviously, it is melting the polar ice. It is increasing the sea level and flooding of coastal areas, submerging of islands, right? And so, so it should be prevented, right? Now, this
Yes, ma'am.
CFC, the chlorofluorocarbon. Okay, you know what is ozone layer?
Yes, ma'am.
But
Ozone layer protects the earth from the harm UV rays coming from the
yes,
sun.
yes, ultraviolet radiation is very harmful. So this ozone layer has to absorb that UV rays, because UV rays may cause skin cancer also and other diseases also. So these ozone molecule are 3 atoms of oxygen that is present in the upper layer of the atmosphere, and it is damaged by the carbon compound, that is CFC, right?
Yes, ma'am.
See here. layer of stratosphere, ozone, and this is troposphere. This is ozone layer, and this ultraviolet ozone layer, ultraviolet rays are being absorbed by ozone layer. Okay. So
Yes,
there is
ma'am.
the ozone layer depletion. See, as you know that the ozone layer is shields Earth from UV rays because it may cause uh, various harmful diseases for living organisms. Now this CFC molecule means chlorofluorocarbon, right?
Ma'am.
Okay, and CFCs like aerosols, refrigerants, solvents, no? And
Yes,
halogens, HCFCs, methyl bromide, all these are the ozone depleting chemicals, right?
ma'am.
Ozone,
They break
yes,
the compound.
the voice is breaking, Vaishnavi.
Ma'am, here there is network issues.
Okay, you were asking something,
Yes, ma'am. The CFCs, the chemicals break the compound of ozone layer, na ma'am?
right? Very nice. Okay, then what happens? It just combines with the uh, chlorine oxygen and it forms chlorooxygen like this, chlorine monoxide, which is very harmful. Okay. See, what
Yes.
happens that ultraviolet rays, when it splits the chlorine atom, as you have told, right? When it splits now, it breaks the ozone molecule also. And it forms a thin layer, hole in it, right? Okay, and it forms, see, oxygen molecule gets separated and
Yes.
chlorine monoxide gets separated. Okay, and this forms the it holes in the ozone layer, which is very harmful for the earth. Now there's a let us come to the biogeochemical cycles. It just describes the continuous movement of matter and energy between living organisms and non-living organism environment. Okay, within the biosphere. Elements such as carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, it move between the atmosphere, right? It is what all elements are present in the what is the composition of air? Nitrogen
Ma'am, I didn't.
composition of air. Nitrogen is the major component.
Yes. Nitrogen, carbon dioxide,
Yes.
oxygen,
Yes.
and the other.
So there is a move. So all these elements move in the atmosphere and organisms. Right? And phosphorus, calcium, potassium, magnesium, sodium, and iron. It enters into organisms from the soil. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Soil absorbs nutrients and animal if it feeds on plant. So these chemicals enter into their body, right? So there is the continuous movement of matter and energy between living organisms and non-living organisms. So the biogeochemical cycles which we are going to study are the water cycle, nitrogen cycle, phosphorus cycle, carbon cycle. Okay, and the topics, the words we'll discuss that reservoir. Reservoir are the places where the elements are accumulated. Okay, and assimilation is the transfer of elements from the abiotic into the biotic. That is called assimilation. Then the release, transfer of elements from biotic back to the abiotic. These 3 points will majorly discuss. First is the water cycle. Water cycle is very common. I think you must be knowing this water cycle.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you describe this water cycle?
Yes, ma'am, I can. 1 minute.
Just study the given figure and describe.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the first evaporation happens.
Yes.
The water gets evaporated and it is converted into water vapor.
Okay.
And then clouds are formed. Then
Yes.
through precipitation they come again to the ground,
Yes.
and some of the water goes into the soil and are preserved as groundwater.
Yes.
And even this cycle repeats. The ocean water goes up, evaporates, and again, if through condensation they become clouds and come down again by
Yes.
precipitation. This is what happens, ma'am. Water
Yes.
cycle.
Right. Very nice. So next is the nitrogen cycle. In this, see, nitrogen is required for the manufacture of amino acids
Yes,
and
ma'am.
into nitrates also. And plants need nitrogen, but they cannot take nitrogen directly. Anna, they cannot. So it is taken
The
in the form of,
nitrogen,
huh?
the
Yes.
nitrogen mixes into the soil, then
Yes.
they take the nitrogen.
Yes. Yes. So these act as a reservoir in the soil as ammonia. That is ammonia, nitrate, and nitrate. Anna, plants take it in the form of these. Then assimilation means plants can absorb either ammonium or nitrate. And animals obtain nitrogen by eating plants and other animals. So assimilation is there for the nitrogen. And the stages are nitrogen fixation as a chlor or nitrification. Nitrogen fixation is means Rhizobium bacteria, it converts nitrogen into ammonium compounds. On lightning and radiation also it is converted into nitrates. And in nitrification, this the ammonium compounds are converted into nitrates and then to nitrates. Okay, and what is the release? Means denitrifying bacteria just changes nitrogen back to nitrogen in the atmosphere. Or animals excrete ammonium or ammonium ions or ammonia to their urine. Like this, it enters into the atmosphere. So the various steps in the nitrogen cycle are nitrogen fixation, nitrification, assimilation, ammonification, and denitrification. Like this. See, the nitrogen is present in the atmosphere, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So, can you describe this? Will it be possible? Try it. Just try. Look into the fixed cycle and just try.
Ma'am, the nitrogen in the air dissolves in
So follow
soil.
follow the rays, nitrogen in the atmosphere. It just
Ma'am, ma'am, then it goes. Nitrogen fixing bacteria consumes it,
yes,
and then nitrogen fixing bacteria in the soil creates a chemical ammonium,
okay. And the
and then
bacteria converts ammonia into nitrates.
nitrates, and the nitrates are
Assimilation.
assimilated, and again it goes through the plants and again the atmosphere.
Yes. Nitrates are assimilated in animals' body in the plants, or if animals consume plants, they can take in these nitrates, or denitrifying bacteria again it enters these nitrates enters
Yes,
into
ma'am.
the atmosphere. That is the cycle continues. So decomposition, assimilation, ammonification, and nitrification are there. This okay, you see here. Apart from that, nitrogen enters in the atmosphere through fossil fuel emissions also. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
the precipitation, like that is why it forms acid rains, and by lightning fixation also.
Yes, ma'am.
The fixation we have talked about earlier. Apart from
Yes,
this fixation, it enters through fossil fuel emission also and lightning fixation. Okay, it causes vitrification. Next is the carbon cycle, and again the reservoir atmosphere as carbon dioxide, fossil fuels, and the organic materials. These are reservoirs. in the carbon cycle. Assimilation means that the plants use carbon dioxide in photosynthesis, right? And animals consume plants or animals made up of carbon compounds. And the release, like plants release CO2 during breathing and decomposition. Animals release CO2 during breathing and decomposition. CO2 is released during combustion of fossil fuels also.
Ma'am, I didn't understand the carbon cycle.
No, I'm explaining. See here. This is the carbon cycle. It is present in the atmosphere, right?
Okay.
For carbon dioxide is used during the process of photosynthesis by plants.
Yes, ma'am.
Then there's a decomposition, right? Right. So after decomposition, it just CO2 is released and it is respired by various animals and
Yes,
plants, animals, right? Or it
it
can
goes to
it just CO2 is released and it is used in the combustion of fossil fuels, which releases carbon dioxide back to the atmosphere. Volcanic
yes,
action also releases carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Okay, right?
yes, ma'am.
So
Understood.
in both forms, photosynthesis and respiration, CO2 is good. This is more clear, this carbon cycle.
Yes,
In
ma'am.
plants and animals, right?
Yes, ma'am.
This you have understood. Carbon in the ground, it enters, right?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, can I drink water?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Vaishnavi, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now let us continue.
Yes, ma'am.
Just a minute. Now is it visible now? Screen show this screen. Carbon cycle is clear to you? Again, I can't hear you.
Yes, ma'am. I got to know.
Next is the phosphorus cycle. The reservoir for phosphorus sediment and rock. Reservoir means where this phosphorus we can get, we can get it from the rocks, and when they
Yes,
erode, transfer this phosphorus into water and soil. Then assimilation, how it can be assimilated means plants absorb these inorganic phosphate from soil, right?
yes, ma'am.
Animals, these obtain these when they eat plants or other animals. This is the phosphorus cycle. You can see here. There's a withering of phosphate rocks. है ना? Tourist geological uplifting or training is there. So from plants, it is being taken by animals or decomposers taken phosphorus to these animals. They just release the phosphate in the soil. Then, since phosphate is present in the soil, then through leaching, leaching means eroded into the water. There is a chemical precipitation, okay, or sedimentation is there, the new rock formation is there. From this, again, there is a geological uplifting. So, withering of these rocks. See, rocks is withering of rocks means it can be through lightning or wind or sun. You must have studied, no, withering of rocks, how it is done. Have you studied earlier? So it just forms, these rocks form soil, and phosphorus present in the soil is being taken by plants, and again the cycle continues. This is phosphorus cycle. Got it?
Okay,
Have you
ma'am.
understood the phosphorus cycle?
Yes, ma'am.
Now let us come to the improvement in food resources. See, we all depend upon food, even plants also, because it just provides us various nutrients, as we have discussed earlier, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And the father of Green Revolution was Norman Borlaug, and the Indian, M.S. Swaminathan. Okay, and this for the milk, it is White Revolution. The Dr. Burgess Curie is known as the father of White Revolution. And there are two types of crops, Kharif crops and the Rabi crops. Right? Kharif crops means it which is grown in the rainy season from July to October. And paddy, soybean, pigeon pea, maize, cotton, green gram, black gram are the Kharif crops. And the Rabi crops are wheat, gram, peas, mustard, and linseed. These are grown in winter season, that is from November to April. And there are various cropping patterns like mixed cropping, intercropping, and crop rotation. And for the improvement of the crop, farmers follows various practices like the choice of the seed. It should be disease resistant or disease free seeds should be there, healthy seeds should be there, and the crop plants should be nurtured properly so they can grow up into the healthy crop. And these crops should be protected from pests, right, rodents and all. Then harvested crops should be protected. Then the grains should be protected, right? All these comes under farming. And the activities for the crop is crop variety improvement, crop production management, and crop protection management. Let us discuss these three one by one. See, there are varieties of crops, and for the high yield and the disease resistant variety should be taken care of. So for that, certain characteristics means should be followed like disease free, disease resistance, or the response to fertilizers, product quality, and high yield should be there. So for that, two ways are there for crop variety improvement. One is hybridization, and the other is introducing genes for desired characters. Hybridization means this we have studied in genetics, not crossing over the tall and the dwarf or cross self cross, and they form hybrid variety. And genetics we have studied. In heredity chapter we have studied, no?
Yes, ma'am.
That is the crossing over, and it is done in three ways: intervarietal, intergeneric, and interspecific. Intervariety, as the name indicates, there is a between different varieties. Intergeneric means between different genera, and the interspecific means different species of the same genus. Okay, genus is same, but the species are different. So let us take these three one by one. Intervarietal, here you can see one variety is A, another variety is B. When they are crossed together, they form a new variety, that is hybrid. Means this is inferior quality, and if we desire of the better variety, so this inferior is crossed over by the superior quality. So we will get the hybrid, that is superior quality, because it is dominating. Okay, this is intervarietal. And intergeneric means between different genera like wheat and the rye. When the wheat and rye was crossed, triticale, a new variety triticale is formed. Like donkey and mule, donkey and horse were crossed together, they form mule, right, in animals. So this is called intergeneric, different between the different genera. And interspecific means, see, this is both are oryza. This is American rice and Asian upland rice. These both are oryza. Genes are different, the species are different. Oryza, both are oryza. Genes are same, but species are different. That's Sativa and Glabrina. When they cross together, they form a different variety, that is Nerica rice, that combines the both qualities, characteristics of both the species. So this will be the better quality. Okay. This is called interspecific. Interspecific means between the different species but same genre. Have you understood? Is it all the three are clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This I think you have studied in 9th standard also.
Yes, ma'am. Hybridization.
I know all this. See the difference in, you can see the difference between intraspecific and interspecific. Intraspecific is intervarietal only. Here this is Brassica repa and the both are same. So it is intraspecific means same, between the same. And interspecific means genes are same, but the species are different. This is interspecific. Right?
Okay, ma'am.
As there is a competition in your class during school days, when it is within the class, that is intra-class, and when within the different sections, that is interclass.
Yes.
Now next is the introducing genes for desired character, that gives rise to genetically modified crops. Genetically modified crops means better quality of the particular crop, like cotton. When there is a genetically modified, it will give better variety of the cotton, better variety of the corns, potato. These are GMO, that is genetically modified crops. Okay. So the key factors that we can get higher yield, we can get desirable quality of the food. Okay, resistant varieties, resistant to biotic factors, or to change the maturity duration of the crops. Means we can get little early, right? We can get desirable traits. If we want better quality of wheat, grains, by this GMO we can get the better quality. Okay, better plant varieties of wider adaptability of the wider adaptability to the temperature. So these production practices are at different level, that is no cost, low cost, or high cost. And it includes nutrient management, irrigation, and cropping pattern. Nutrient management means we know that the sources that micronutrients and macronutrients. The macro means the nutrients that we require in the large quantity. It is the same for plants also. And the micronutrients means the plants that require, that is the nutrients needed in the small quantities, right? The macronutrients are nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, calcium, magnesium, and the soil. These are macronutrients. And micro, iron, manganese, boron, chlorine, molybdenum, copper, and These are micronutrients. Apart from carbon and oxygen present in the air and hydrogen and oxygen present in the water. These are required for the plants. And for higher increase in the yield, manures and fertilizers are used. Fertilizers are chemicals, so one should minimize the use of pesticides. Manure should be used. Okay. Apart from that, compost and vermicompost. You can see here, you might have seen, observed that tea leaves. When your mother prepares tea, she might put that tea leaves into the plant, because that tea, it works as a compost for the plant, no? Manure for the plant. See, and the earthworm, that is vermicompost, right? They help in the decomposition of plants and animals' refuse. They also act as a manure. Okay. So manure are classified into compost and vermicompost and green manures. The compost excreta of various animals or the vegetable waste or domestic waste are used, and for this vermicompost, earthworm is used. So that is the earthworm is also considered as the farmer's friend, and the green manure, that this enriches the soil with nitrogen and phosphorus. So can be used, crop seeds can be used like sunhemp or gourd. Okay, that helps to prepare the green manure. And this is, you must be knowing the difference between manures and fertilizers, right? These manures
Yes.
are made up of animals and plant waste, and these are chemicals. And there's a side effects of the chemicals, and excessive use is not good for even the human consumption, also for the fertility of the plant, and it remains to be very costly. Whereas manures, these are though not effective than fertilizer, but it is cheap. It provides fertility to the soil. There's no side effect for the manures, so manure should be used. And organic farming is totally depend upon the farming practices only, and chemicals like fertilizers and pesticides, these are reduced, they're not used. And the bioagents like blue-green algae, neem leaves, and turmeric. Jashnavi, keep your camera on. Can you see the PPT?
Yes, ma'am, I can see.
Okay. Just a minute. So this algae, blue-green algae, are used as the biofertilizers. Neem leaves, turmeric, these are also effective for the stored grains, right? Then watering the plant is called irrigation, and irrigation is very important for the plant. Okay. Various irrigation methods are wells, canals, rivers, tanks. See, these are wells, dug well and the tube wells, and the canal. Okay, irrigation system. You must have heard about Indira Gandhi irrigation canal.
Yes,
That goes in the Rajasthan. That goes in the Rajasthan, right?
yes, ma'am, in Rajasthan.
River lift systems. This the water is directly drawn from the river. Okay, and it is useful in the area where canal flow is insufficient. Tanks, small storage. These are the small storage reservoir which intercepts and store the runoff of smaller catchment area, small area. And apart from that, rainwater harvesting, watershed management, and the check dams are very important irrigation methods. Anna, have you heard about rainwater harvesting?
Yes, ma'am.
What is rainwater harvesting?
Ma'am, the storage of water, rainwater, when it
Yes,
is raining.
yes, storage of the rainwater, and then it is used for irrigation. The same way, watershed management and the check
Yes.
dams are used for the irrigation purpose. Apart from that, sprinkler. You must have seen this is sprinkler irrigation and this is drip irrigation, drop by drops, and this is
Yes,
sprinkler.
ma'am.
Now the mixed cropping. Mixed cropping means two crops are grown together like wheat and gram or wheat and mustard or ground and flour, groundnut or flour. When these two are grown simultaneously, now then it just reduces the risk against the failure of one. If one crop gets failed to grow, the farmer can get the other crop. Okay, so this mixed cropping is very important for the farmer. And intercropping means the rows. You can see different rows like soybean and maize, bajra and coffee. Okay, and these are selected on the basis of their nutrient needs. This ensures the maximum nutrient utilization and it can prevent from pests, diseases, okay, from affecting all the plants at the same time. And this gives the better yield. This is the crop rotation. Crop rotation means simultaneously. It is the pre-plant succession means one season, one plant is grown, then the second season, because nutrients are already there now. So the another plant is grown in the second season, the same. Okay, it just allows 2 or 3 harvests per year with a good yield. Okay,
Okay.
and weedicides. These are the unwanted plants and grows. So the plant crop should be protected from weeds. Okay. Like xanthum, parthenium, cypress protendus. Why these should be removed? Because it compete the main crop. Means the nutrients provided to the main crop, proper nutrients are not taken by the main crop. The weeds may take that nutrients. So they compete for food, space, and light, and they take up the nutrients and reduces for the main crop. So these should be weeds should be eliminated. Apart from the weeds, insect pests destroy the crops. Okay. Pests may be they cut root, stem, leaf, they suck the cell sap. Okay. And they even plants should be protected from diseases, bacterial diseases, fungal diseases, viral diseases. Okay. So pesticides, herbicides, insecticides, and fungicides are used on the crops for seed and soil treatment. And the weeds should be removed mechanically, and preventive measures should be taken for the protection, like seedbed preparation, timely sowing, intercropping, crop rotation. These help in the weed control. And the resistant varieties in the summer growing should be followed. Other preventive measures against the this pests. And after harvesting, the grains are being taken out, right? And these has to be protected from moisture, microorganisms, or insects or pests like rodents, right? So they should protect it from biotic and abiotic.
Ma'am, storage in winters become difficult. At that time, what
Where is
can be?
storage?
Ma'am, in winter storage becomes very difficult because of the mosquitoes.
Yes, farmers they just maintain a proper environment for the storage of the grains, whether it is means that room it provides a proper temperature environment, and so that there should be the pests should but there the proper temperature required for the storage of the grains should be maintained. Hygienic conditions should be there. Okay, the cleanliness should be there so that pests, rodents, rats, they should not enter into the room where they are just storing the grains. Okay, these all are
Yes.
the preventive measures. Okay, they are taken by the farmers. Okay. What else? Any other question related to this?
No, ma'am.
And these cattle, goats, sheep, poultry, fish farming, these all should be taken care of because these provide us dairy farming means they provide us various things that sheep provides us wool, cattle provides this hens provide us eggs. You know, all these should be taken care of. Their breeding, feeding, and they should be kept disease free. And these the scientific management are just of this animal livestock has been taken care of by animal husbandry. Okay. See, these are the two varieties, Bos indicus and Bos bovalis. These are the Indian cattle, okay, buffaloes and the cows. And milch animals are milk producing females. And these cattle husbandry serves two purposes for milk production and dot. Okay. And this Jersey are the and Bronzeville, these are the exotic or the foreign breeds, and Sydney and the Sahiwal are the local breeds. These are the excellent disease resistant varieties. And they are crossbred, they provide the desired qualities of the animals. And where they are sheds or the area, that should be properly maintained. Okay, they should be properly feed, means roughage and concentrates are provided to these cattle, right? Food are just provided to these animals. And they should be uh, uh, they should be taken care of that diseases will not be there, means cattle should not suffer from various diseases, right? Because this reduces the milk production, and we just we take milk, we take milk from these animals. So cattle parasites are they cause skin and skin diseases, okay, and the internal parasites or worms that affect the stomach and intestine of these animals, right? So, just to prevent all these things, vaccination should be given to the animals so that there will be no attack of viral and bacterial disease. And then our poultry farming is done just to care for the egg production and the chicken, right? And broilers are used for meat, and the layers are for the eggs. And proper care and should be taken for these also poultry foods, okay? And maintenance and practices, maintenance of temperature and hygienic conditions where these poultry farming is done should be taken care of so that these are not get diseases. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Fish. Fish is a cheap source of animal protein, and we can obtain fish by catching fishing from natural sources or by fish farming. And marine fisheries, these are by various nets from a fishing ball. Both, as you can see, is increased by locating school of fish by using satellite and eco sounders. These are the various marine fishes. And as marine fish stocks become depleted, increasing demand of fish can be met through mariculture. Rearing of the fish is called pisciculture, and the marine fish is mariculture. And there are different feed habits: surface feeders, middle zone feeders, bottom feeders, and weed feeders. Okay, these are feeding habits. Now, beekeeping, agriculture practices, the rearing of honeybees are for honey, right, in the bee bags. So, beehives are the source of bags. Various of Apis indica, Apis dorsata, Apis flori. These are the commercial local bee varieties that is used for commercial honey production. And Italian bee varieties A. mellifera, that is Apis mellifera. Okay, this is Apis mellifera. They stay in a beehive for long periods and breed very well. And for commercial honey production, bee farms and apiaries are established. Now let us come to the question and answers. Increasing edible oil production is called edible oil.
Yellow
Yellow
Sure.
revolution. Very good. Branch of science that is concerned with culturing of vegetables.
agriculture.
Horticulture. The organisms which is agriculture is for crops. The organism which is involved in vermicompost making.
Yes, yes. First one, earthworm.
Earthworm. Very good. Which one of the following is a kharif crop? Paddy or maize, wheat or legumes, pulses or maize, maize and wheat.
1 minute, I can't see the screen.
Screen is not visible.
No, ma'am, it just got stuck.
Let me share once again.
Ma'am, I can see now, I can see.
Just a minute. Yes, which one of the following? The kharif crop.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Shami. Keep your camera on.
Ma'am, network is.
Keep your camera on now.
Yes, ma'am. Wheat. Ma'am, now?
Paddy and maize.
Paddy and maize.
The science of developing high yielding varieties of crop is
Plant breeding.
yes. When both crops and livestock are raised on the same, it is called mixed farming. Mixed
It's
farming.
cropping.
Crops and the livestock. Mixed cropping.
Yes.
Rotation of
Mixed
crops
cropping.
and then
Rotation of crops helps in it. Ma'am, improving soil fertility and yield.
very nice. The process of crossbreeding of two varieties.
Hybridization.
Very nice. The principal cereal crop of India is
Wheat.
rice.
Oh, rice.
Which of the following statements about food chain are correct?
Food chain. 1 minute.
The screen is visible now.
Yes, ma'am, I'm reading the question.
It includes repeated eating, that is, each group eats the other and is subsequently eaten by some other group of organisms. It shows a series of branching lines and bidirectional. Food chain doesn't show bidirectional flow of energy, it shows unidirectional. So second is will not be there. It shows the unidirectional flow of
Yes,
energy.
ma'am.
Third will be there. Omnivores occupy different trophic layers in different food chains. So answer is 1 and 3 only.
Yes, ma'am. 1 and 3.
Agricultural fields need to be irrigated for which of the following reasons? To enable germination of seeds, transport of nutrients from soil to the plant, protect crops from frost, hot air,
All of the above.
all of the above. When water is provided drop by drop at the roots of the plant, it is known as
Drip irrigation.
drip irrigation. Dash is the addition of nutrients to water. As a result of this, water plants flourish and oxygen in the plant is depleted.
Oxidization.
Fertilization, because of the absence of fertilization, water plants get depleted. That is called eutrophication. I am a
Okay,
fruit,
ma'am.
but since I'm used in cooking, people think that I am a vegetable. I am a
Tomato.
tomato. Which of the following is not a greenhouse gas released due to the burning of fossil fuels? Carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, oxygen.
Oxygen.
Oxygen. And the exotic breed of cattle is, sorry, Jersey. Which of the following is an Italian bee variety?
Italian. Ma'am, I guess second one.
Maybe.
Yes.
This indicator is a measure of human demand on the Earth's ecosystem. It represents the amount of biologically productive land and sea area necessary to supply the resources our human population consumes and to estimate associated waste. What is the indicator? Population footprint, growth footprint, sustainable footprint, or ecological footprint?
Population footprint.
Ecological.
Oh, okay.
Provides resources so human population consumes. So,
yes, ma'am.
Nutritionally enriched crops having minerals, which means that micronutrients are called hybrids. Dragonflies and ladybirds are used to get rid of aphids. Sick pests like cotton bollworm can be controlled by introducing Bacillus thuringiensis. This is several root affecting plant pathogens can be controlled by trichoderma. Correct statement is B, C. These three are.
Oh, yes, ma'am. B, C, E.
Rabi crops are grown during.
Rabi crops are grown during June to October.
November to April. That is correct.
Ma'am, it's winter, right?
Huh?
Rabi crops are winter crops.
Hybridization is the process that is done to
obtain
new varieties with desirable. Classical plant breeding involves
first
all the three. Mule is the interspecific breed of
a male donkey and female horse.
wilderness. Okay. Technology that involves purposeful manipulation of plant species for the development of high-yielding resistant varieties. One, green revolution, plant breeding and introduction, conventional plant breeding or hybridization and mutation breeding.
Ma'am, plant breeding and introduction or hybridization?
Hybridization and mutation breeding. High-yielding varieties by hybridization, no?
Yes, ma'am.
You have to find out the correct statement. Ammonia is the major source of nitrogen fertilizer plants. Biofertilizer culture azobacter is available in the market and is highly effective for crops like coconut, tapioca, sugarcane, or special type of cell known as helophysis present in the nitrogen fixing blue-green algae is responsible for atmospheric nitrogen fixation in azolla or mycorrhizal fungi help the plants to give phosphorus fertilizer.
Ma'am, I guess second one.
All the four are correct.
Oh,
The biofertilizer present in the roots of legumes. Leguminous plant.
leguminous plants. Ma'am, all right.
Rhizobium.
Right, ma'am.
Vermicompost fertilizer is rich in
Compost. They are rich in all three.
different types of manure of farmyard composite, green or farmyard, green or composite or farmyard composite.
Ma'am, farmyard composite and green.
Yes, first one is correct. Select the non-renewable natural sources.
Non-renewable natural sources. Fossil fuels.
Which among the following is in excess quantity indicates the contamination of Ganga water bodies?
This contains the combination of. Ma'am, I didn't understand the question.
Ganga water bodies are contaminated by the quantity of which, whether it is minerals or dissolved minerals or dissolved carbon, or bacteria or this
Ma'am, dissolved mineral.
coliform bacteria contaminates Ganga water bodies. This bacteria.
Ma'am, when minerals are also found.
But they don't contaminate, no? Bacteria contaminates the water, no?
Oh yes, ma'am.
Photochemical smoke is formed by which of these?
The chemical smoke is from the
Photo, as the name indicates, it should be related to solar rays.
solar rays.
Okay, maximum air pollution is seen in which metropolitan cities?
Delhi.
Kolkata.
Ma'am, Delhi
Delhi
also has
also. Right. Corrosion of statues and monuments occurs due to
corrosion of status and modification. Acid rain.
okay, a colorless, non-irritant, slightly toxic gas that impairs
Toxic. Carbon dioxide is also toxic.
monoxide, carbon monoxide.
Monoxide.
Toxic air. Carbon dioxide is not that toxic. Air pollution
Yes,
is
ma'am.
maximum due to which will be the correct answer? Nearby answer.
Second one.
Gas released during Bhopal gas tragedy.
Methyl.
Methyl. First one, isocyanate. Good.
Yes, ma'am.
The nitrogen present in air can be converted into nitrates by
First one.
first one. What happens when rain falls on soil without vegetational cover?
Second one.
Second one. Loss of surface soil. Fossil fuels, coal, petroleum will ultimately get exhausted. Resources like forest oil, tide, water, coal, petroleum used in a sustainable manner. The main source of air pollutant particulate matters.
All four are correct.
All four are correct, yes. Green has written come. Yes. Which part of the atmosphere is cloud formation restricted?
Ozone sphere.
Okay. The stratosphere ozone depletion leads to?
Ma'am, in ozone also clouds are not formed, right?
Yes. The stratosphere ozone depletion leads to?
This ozone depletion leads to
All these
all
three.
of the above.
Yes. This is because of acid rain in some industrial cities are due to the effect of atmospheric pollution by excessive release of carbon dioxide by burning of fuels, or cutting forests, increase animal population, or excessive release of NO2 and SO2 in the atmosphere.
I guess second one.
Huh?
Second one.
Second one. Main
Yes.
NO2 and SO2.
Nitrogen oxide
Chemical
sulfur.
smoke formed in congested metropolitan cities. Okay, answer is already come. Okay,
Smoke.
biosphere is a blanket of air that covers the whole earth, the outer solid crust of earth, or the part of earth which supports life. Or the
Third one, ma'am.
Okay, third one. Hotspot is an area rich in biodiversity and endemism which is being threatened by human activity as well as forces. A large uncultivated, self-contained wooded tract dominated by trees, forming a nearly closed-in canopy. A protected area maintained by government where wildlife is kept without threat of any type of exploitation, or a developing forest cover in the area which has been damaged or cleared during exploitation.
Ma'am, first one, I
First one.
guess.
Which of the
Yes,
following
ma'am.
is a major benefit of animal husbandry? Production of pulses like lentils and beans. Animal husbandry, okay? Providing high quality protein of human consumption through milk, meat, and eggs. Cultivation of hybrid crop varieties. A soil enrichment through crop residue.
Ma'am, B.
B. Plant tissue culture is a method of crop improvement that allows for rapid propagation of disease-resistant plants, cross-pollination of different species to create new hybrids, selection of naturally occurring resistant strain from the field, or production of large quantities of traditional hybrid seeds for farmers. Tissue culture, plant tissue culture. A. Rapid propagation of disease-resistant plants.
Disease-resistant plants, yes, ma'am.
Now, this is the food chain. Amount of energy lost at each traffic level is represented by the law
Of 10%.
10%. Now this is a diagram. Oh, got the answer. which phenomena it is depicting?
Ma'am, greenhouse effect.
Greenhouse effect. Then ecosystem, there were grass, plants, rats, dogs, deer, horses, and lions. Will it sustain? One, no, it has producers, consumers, but no decomposers. Yes, it has producers and consumers. No, dogs will not get their favorite food, cat. Or yes, it has got all the levels required for transfer of energy. These are given to
one.
second. Because it will sustain
Yeah,
because
they
it
are
is producers and consumers. Consumers are there, no? The food
Ma'am, even
chain.
they have got levels that required for the transfer of energy. They have also got the levels.
Yes,
Ma'am,
it has
seven.
got all the levels required. Yes, it is also correct. But this is more nearby because producers and consumers are mainly first needed. Then only the energy will be transferred, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Now the food chain in which microorganisms break. In the MCQs, there might be 2 or 3 nearby answers. We have to pick the most correct one, most nearby. The food chain in which microorganisms break down the energy-rich compounds is called ecosystem or detritus food chain or parasitic food chain. Microorganisms, predator food chain.
Parasitic food chain.
Detritus, decomposers.
Oh yes, ma'am. Decomposes microorganisms.
First topic level, this is the MCQ based, match the following based.
Ma'am, fourth one?
Fourth, correct. Very nice. And this, the given figure, trophic levels are shown in the form of pyramid. Okay, at which trophic level there will be the maximum energy available.
Maximum energy. Ma'am, T1.
T1. Very nice. This diagram is showing which effect it is showing. Water it is
Global warming.
global warming. Very nice. Forests are far away from the cities and we hardly ever visit them. Still, they are important. Why?
Ma'am, because they give us oxygen.
Well, you have to select from these four.
Ma'am, second one?
Read all this. There are many resources are there.
Yes,
Second is
ma'am.
also correct. And the local people, they take their animals for grazing. So those
Fourth one.
above are just a few advantage of forest.
Forest. Fourth one.
Fourth one, very good. The loss of vegetation cover, diversion of high water demanding crops, pollution from industrial effluents and urban waste have resulted in
Non-sustainability of water availability underground.
non-sustainable water availability in the ground. This
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, 3.
oh, inexhaustible resources, that is solar
Yes, ma'am.
radiation, man-made source of air pollution, that is thermal power plant,
Thermal power plant.
wildlife.
And last.
Air forms a protective blanket around the which you have to select the correct ones.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, A and C?
A and C.
C.
Right. So regarding the question answers of your book, that book,
Yes, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
yes. Have your book with you?
Yes, ma'am. I have the book with me.
Okay. Have you gone through these question answers?
No, ma'am. I didn't go to this chapter question answers.
So let us discuss. You want me to discuss this question answers?
Ma'am, can I try myself, and if I have doubt, I'll reach out.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Okay, ma'am.
So go through the question answers. If you have any doubt, you can reach out. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All the best. This is our this is our last class of biology foundation. And
Okay, ma'am.
next class will be of physics. Right?
Okay, ma'am.
So all the best for this. Okay.
Thank you,
Take
ma'am.
care. Have a nice time. Bye. Take
Thank you,
care.
ma'am. Yes. Bye, ma'am.
Bye bye. Take care.
Yes.